Hey family, how you guys doing? Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. I hope you guys are good. Yeah. If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, if there's any negativity, if there's any hate, please do keep that on your side of the street, okay? Won't be acknowledged. So, family, in this video, I'm being guided by Spirit to briefly talk about us learning to tell the difference, to become aware and learn to tell the difference between the people that we engage with in our lives and whether the people we're engaging with in a specific moment in time are operating out of their own true genuine energy, or if they are actually in a place of being performative, right? Is their engagement with you performative? Is it them acting out of their emotions and insecurities, right? And it doesn't always have to be someone being loud and rambunctious, right? People can act out of their emotions and insecurities in different ways, but again, it's for your discernment to help you to find out, right? Are they acting out of a place that shows they're trying to, get your energy to participate in them trying to achieve some kind of instant gratification, right? When you take some time to think about yourself and your actual awareness within your engagements and situations with people, where would you actually place yourself on the spectrum of, I'm actually paying, I pay attention and I'm aware and I'm focused and, I have these dynamics and engagements with people and I'm generally quite, on the ball with recognizing if someone's operating out of their integrity or if they're actually, in a bit of a performative and emotionally driven place when they're engaging with me or trying to get me to participate in their different ways and forms of trying to achieve some sort of instant gratification in their lives. Or am I, where am I on the spectrum with how with where I see myself with regards to the engagements I have with people? I'm good with it, or maybe I'm not too good with it. Maybe I could, maybe I need to pay more attention. Maybe I tend to get lost in the sauce, right? Like people like to say. I get lost in the sauce. I, don't really recognize when the performative, the emotional, and the impatient behavior becomes too much of a distraction for me when I'm energetically as well as mentally when I'm engaging with certain people. Where would you place yourself on that spectrum with regards to your engagements? One thing Spirit wants us to always keep in mind when we're engaging with people on the outside of ourselves, right? If you're not aware and you're operating from the place that, again, like I've said in many of my videos, is from a place of being in need, right? Needing attention, needing to be heard, needing acceptance, needing to be noticed, needing to know that someone's thinking of you, feeling, some sort of satisfaction within yourself. You're moved by somebody bringing their attention to you, moved by somebody paying you a compliment, moved by praise. If you're in that place, you're not really focused and paying attention to the true dynamic of your engagements with other people, because you're able to be taken by the by the things that speak to your lack and your needs. When people bring that to you, and then that becomes your bar for, what you unconsciously want to admit or don't want to admit that your exchanges with people are all about. That becomes the tool, how to say, the money, right, for the exchange between you and someone else for your attention and whatever else it is that you give. Whatever you believe you're lacking, if that person brings it and it's attention and it's need, and it's attention and it's acceptance, or it's them making you feel like you're important, if that's the tool of exchange, then all the other stuff kind of moves to the bottom of the priority list, right? And then it bites you in the ass later when all the other aspects of you now are being challenged that are in the forefront now, which were not when the other things about you were being soothed during initial engagement, right? I hope I'm making sense. So with that being said, Spirit wants you to be aware whenever people come into your space, whenever someone comes to get your attention. When people come and initiate engagement, they always are coming because they want something from you. You understanding that somebody coming into your space, somebody coming to engage, somebody initiating some sort of whatever it is, that individual wants something from you. And it doesn't have to always be, the most extreme and extravagant, or, something that you need to be suspicious of. It can be something simple and small. Maybe they want your attention. Maybe they want your ideas. Maybe they want your perspective on something. Maybe they want your energy. It can be, and that's not small, but I'm just saying, it's not always got to be something that, when I say that they want something from you, something to make you feel like, oh my God, I got to be protective of myself now, right? When someone comes into your space, generally they want something from you. So by you automatically understanding that and not, being in the unconscious energy of getting excited that now your areas of lack and need are about to be satisfied, and you don't really pay attention to what is it that someone is coming for, what is motivating their behavior, what has triggered them, to want to come to me, what is it? Then you're not even, within that, you're not even aware as to whether someone is being performative, whether someone is playing on your mind and your emotions, whether someone is manipulating you, whether someone is trying to get something out of you. Not paying attention to whether you're engaging somebody who's actually privy to your areas of lack and need. And they know very well how to manipulate and play on certain areas of yourself, or on certain areas that you have unconsciously existing within yourself, and that you actually operate out of and don't even realize that you're putting on display to the world, because you unconsciously operate out of those places, which is why it's so important to be self-aware. Step out of your ego and stop thinking that certain things are not within you. Certain things are not a part of you. Oh no, that's not me. Whatever you're saying that's not me too is probably you. Okay? If you haven't worked on it, if you're not aware of it, if you're denying it before doing some kind of, grounded investigation within yourself, recognizing there could be a possibility that something might be a part of you, something might be influencing your behavior, something might be existing inside of you that has you distracted to other areas and things and aspects within other people on the outside of you, right? Don't allow the external environment to control your attention and your energy, right? Don't be excitable. And most people don't even have this on their mind. They don't recognize when the external environment is able to pull them into excitable places. Don't be easily excitable, because the moment you're easily excitable, you're no longer in control of your engagements. You're no longer understanding and paying attention to your dynamics with people. You're no longer paying attention and being cautious and aware and questioning while people are talking. What is their intentions? What are they being motivated by? What is their behavior displaying to me? Are they being performative? Are they acting out of their integrity? How is this engagement making me feel right now? What is my intuition saying to me? How is their presence making me feel in my energy? All of these things are things that we can actually pay attention to and gather and learn a lot of information about ourselves and other people and the dynamic and the engagement that we're having with somebody, if we're just focused and grounded and not excitable. Where are you somebody who is, what do they say? Praise is also a gift that you can choose to accept and that you can choose to reject, right? Our men out there who have a lot of women around them, our men out there who have a lot of friends around them, especially if you're a little bit more, in a more financially favorable place in your life. Where is praise being weaponized against you? Where are you somebody who might feel like, where are you somebody who might feel like, people around you are there because of your status, because of your influence, because of the finances you have, because of whatever it might be under the sun that, other people could perceive as a benefit to themselves? Where does being in that space have you feeling in a little bit of lack, feeling in a place of need, that people's attention and praise can sway you off and make you lose your focus and excite and put you into a place of being excitable in ways that you don't even realize are happening? Where are you unconscious about your weaknesses that other people might be conscious about? Where are you not tapped into your intuition that people's performative behavior, people's manipulative behavior is not something that you want to believe can take you over or move you? So be aware of praise and be aware of people's performative behavior. Be aware when people are actually blowing up your ego, complimenting you too much, inflating your sense of self that you haven't actually got for yourself within you. If someone else is able to inflate your sense of self and, work your ego, you need to recognize that if that feeling disappears once they leave your space, you're not able to sustain that within yourself. So you have some healing to do. Okay, you have to go within and you have to look and ask yourself, why do I need somebody else on the outside of me? Why is someone on the outside of me able to excite me? Why is someone on the outside of me able to blow up my ego? Why does the opinion on the outside have the power to dictate how I behave, what I give into, what I don't give into? I standing on who I know I am? Where am I standing and operating out of what I know I intrinsically, internally have within myself to utilize? Where is my confidence coming from? Is my confidence something that's given to me on the outside, or am I confident off of the things that I've built within myself? Am I confident because of the money I have and the status I have on the outside, or am I confident off of what I know I am and who I am and what I know I bring to this world and to the other people on the outside of me? By being who I am and, using the resources that I have been given and that I do have on the inside. Do you acknowledge the resources you've been given and who you are and what you have on the inside? What makes you valuable? Not being aware of these things can cause you to and move you into a place of distraction and a lack of focus and susceptible to performative and emotional and impatient behavior of people on the outside of you and energy. Not being aware of these things and being aware of your own self and your own energy will have you giving in to the pulls and the demands energetically of others on the outside of you. Not even realizing that your world and your life is being dictated by the word and the emotion of others. It's dependent on the weather on the outside, not the weather within you. The outside is what has influence on your internal state, and the outside has influence on the weather that is with the state of weather within you. Where are you susceptible to performative behavior and people blowing up your ego and relinquishing your ability to decide and make decisions that are in your best interest and that are, self-preserving because you want to be liked, because you want to be nice, because you have people-pleasing tendencies that you either are privy to or not privy to, are willing to admit and see within yourself, not willing to admit. Where are you in denial? So, again, if you're out of balance with these things and if you're not in a place of being self-aware, you're going to be somebody who responds too quickly. You're going to be somebody who's not able to let someone finish what they are saying and respond and pause, right, according to what somebody has said in their entirety. You're going to be that person who, interjects and then, you find yourself in situations because you've responded too quickly. You don't take the time to respond. You don't pause. You think that pausing makes you look unsure or uncertain, when really you taking the time to pause and digest what the next person is saying, digest the next person's behavior, take the time to pause and investigate what the intentions are behind someone else's motivation for coming into your energy, for initiating engagement. Investigate with your pause if someone is being genuine. Are they doing too much? Are they being distracting? Are they distracting you? Are they actually getting to the point of what they want to say? Are they blowing my ego up right now? Is someone praising me? What are the intentions behind someone's praise? Do I allow praise to excite me? Do I allow praise to move me? What power does praise have over me? Is praise part of someone's performative behavior when they engage me? Do I recognize my ability to see praise as a gift? Do I recognize my ability to say yes or no to accepting or rejecting praise? Not all money is good money. Not all gifts are meant to be accepted from everybody, right? So take some time to sit with yourself and really ponder on some of these things, because they will really, when you find yourself in awareness and control of these things, that you have the ability to, these are the things that you have control over. When you're in control of these things, again, you're also in control of where your relationships with people go. You're in control of the kinds of people and the kinds of relationships you have in your life. You're able to sift out the people, without having to be too vocal about it, but just by your awareness, and making decisions based off of truth, integrity, and your awareness of what comes with an engagement with somebody, who you have in your life and who you don't have in your life, who's directing your decisions and your emotions and playing on certain aspects of you in certain ways to their benefit, and who's actually, who has your best interest at heart, who cares, who contributes to you having, reality, your reality be exactly what it is and what it needs to be, right? So don't forget to pause and don't again also let the labels that you place on people and your emotional attachments and issues and expectations of people around these labels make you become sloppy or slack on paying value to being aware of, how people are coming into your energy and whether they're acting out of a place of integrity or being performative, and how they expect you to, what they're expecting and coming into your energy for, right? And their intentions behind their behavior and their reasons for their motivation for coming into your energy. I mean, I guess whoever's coming across this video, Spirit's kind of giving caution that there might be something coming up in your near future where Spirit is asking you to pay a little bit more mind. Quick to listen, quick to pay attention, but be slow to speak, okay? And maybe there's just someone or something or a group of people that Spirit is just requiring for you to have a little bit more cautious around and to be in a more information gathering energy, so you can probably see what Spirit might be trying to show you, or pay attention and see what you pay attention now and have a different approach to how you're engaging your engaging people who are coming, and just deal with them with a different lens, okay? Where you normally maybe would have been more laxy-daisy about it. Anyway, I hope this has resonated, and please, it shouldn't invoke any fear or worry. Just a choice to become more aware, okay, with the people around you and who you're engaging with in your life. Spirit might just want to awaken you to a few things. So don't be in the unconscious energy. Okay. I'm gonna pull a card today from Ascendant Masters deck, okay, by Doreen Virtue, and see what Spirit has to support our conversation or to give someone who's watching our video a nudge in a specific direction. Okay, let's see. Okay, Spirit, may I please have one card? Thank you. Persistence. Okay. Persistence. This isn't just a once-off thing. Spirit wants you to keep at it. It requires practice, and it can sound like a lot to consider, hearing it all in one video, right? But keep at it, and before you know it, you're gonna get comfortable with just operating yourself a little bit differently. It can be overwhelming in the beginning. I know for myself as well, when I was moving out of that unconscious energy in the past, and starting out my process with Spirit, making me aware to some of these things, and teaching me to not, act out of my emotions, and teaching me to not be gullible, to not be naive, okay, to how to say, just not be naive to the intentions behind people, coming into your energy, people giving praise, people, trying to make you blow up your ego and make you feel, overly compliment and make you feel good about yourself in ways that might be a little over the top. Pay attention. All of those little things that work on us in ways that sabotage us in the end, that we can really avoid by just being a little more self-aware, and not just giving everybody the benefit of the doubt because they're because of the niceties that for many people are a small sacrifice when they have other intentions behind it all, right? So yeah, be persistent, and it will also just remold certain things in your external world and make things anew. Right, let's see what the book has to say. Persistence. The book says, through persistent action and positive thinking, your dreams are manifesting into form. This is a time for you to stay persistent. Give any discouragement to Luke. I don't know how to say this Ascendant Master's name. Okay, Master. And the angels, who will buoy your faith and give you signs of your progress. You are almost there, so keep going. It may help to break large projects into smaller steps so that you'll feel the thrill of accomplishment with each step that you take. And like I said, I know this video, it can seem like a lot to have to consider at once when you're engaging somebody. But really, if you just slow down, and like I said, don't be quick to respond, digest what people are saying, and don't always feel like you need to get your 5 cents in. Most people don't even listen to everything that you're saying. people just like to hear their voices and feel important, right? For the sake of having a conversation, when really you could be learning a lot out of someone else's, out of someone else coming into your space and engaging you in some way. Approach things with the intent to learn and not to be in control, not to overpower, not to, manipulate, and not to always feel like you need to defend yourself. Okay. Persistence pays off. Stick with it. Additional meanings for this card. Overcome procrastination tendencies and take action today. Stick to your priorities and promises. Chip away at your dreams and desires with daily action steps. Stay positive and visualize your dreams as already manifested. Commit to your dreams for the long haul. And if you find yourself after an engagement with somebody, realizing that, oh, damn, I should have actually picked that up in the beginning. Don't be hard on yourself. You're learning, right? And you're moving into a new energy. So, and a new way and way of doing things. So, take it a step at a time. And as time goes on, every small action will turn into a new way and a new habit of something different for you, right? Anyway, I hope it's resonated. I hope it's given some support. And I will see you in the next video, family, okay? Bye.